The Israelite Nation, Worldwide Ministries.
Because according to Christianity, oh, you don't have to do anything. Just be good. Just be a good person, that's it.
Let no man judge you on feast, new moon, and Sabbath days. Confused.
Oh, yeah.
Completely confused.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not.
Mm-mm.
And that's the beauty of it.
Definitely, because Elder Shadrach taught us.
Amen.
We prayed for the Spirit to understand.
Yes.
And because we have the Spirit of understanding, we pray to have the Spirit of truth with us always. So therefore, it's not an interpretation. We don't interpret scriptures. What we do is as you can see, like we make sure that everything is consistent, that it flows, that it's when there's no hiccups. The only time you'll see a hiccup is when you come out of this book and go to one of those other books, right? To say, oh, well, there's something wrong in here.
Yes.
But it's not flowing.
Yeah.
It flows. So
that's why it's not in there. You can't don't grab another book and say, read this book, and it contradicts what's here.
Right.
So then what are you saying?
Exactly. As Elder Michael he liked the statement that he says is that the scriptures has always been the standard of truth. It is the standard of truth by which we stand on. Our foundation is this 66 books, Genesis to Revelation. This is who we are. This is our story. This is our book of life. So we understand how everything works, how everything connects, how everything joins together.
Yes.
There's the Spirit is consistent all throughout.
Right.
When they talk about, when I remember in the early days when Christians would always talk about these covenants and how the covenant is no longer with Israel, that there's a new covenant and that God is new and everything. Like, it's the same God. It's the consistent God throughout the entire book.
Why would it change?
The people are the same throughout the entire book. So yeah, there's a new covenant, but new covenant is made with the same old people. The same old people. It's consistent. The culture is consistent all throughout. Paul, you even spoke about him. Then he would go and circumcise somebody who's half Greek and half Israelite. Why would he do that if circumcision is no more?
Because he's mad.
Yeah. You're in the New Testament, but he's circumcising Timotheus. You know what I'm saying? People that are with him, he's doing things for to make sure. But if the law of Moses is no more, like, why was he keeping the law of Moses? Why are they going back to Jerusalem to keep the Passover if the law is no more? And then the contradiction comes when people say, well, there's going to be a judgment day. You better do this. There's judgment days coming. Well, what are you going to be judged on? That I'm just a good person? Like, in order for you to appear before the judge in a court, you had to have broken some law.
Yes.
So the judge is not going to say, oh, just go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, you appear before the judge on judgment day because there are laws, there are statutes, and there are commandments that you have to adhere to, that you have to answer to.
And if you don't, there's a consequence.
There are consequences. So whether in this lifetime or the next, there is going to be a time when you appear before the judge, and the judge is going to say, why are you here in my court today? And you can't say, oh, I'm ignorant, or the Israelite Nation Worldwide Ministries didn't tell me, or the book wasn't there, I didn't know. Why am I here today? Like, you can't appear before the judge unless you broke something. And if you're going to base it on the 10 commandments, okay, what's the first commandment? Where do you find...
No escape.
No.
There's no escape.
Where do you find the 10 commandments? Because I grew up in a household that there was a plaque on the wall. And the plaque on the wall said the 10 commandments, right? But we all grew up as Christians. But when where can I find the 10 commandments?
Revelation 16.
Well, let's go to, you think about it.
Yeah.
Right? When you go to look for the 10 commandments, the 10 commandments are going to say, hear, O Israel. And you're going to see, okay, well, this is a situation where Moses has been given. Who's Moses? Well, this is where you can't escape.
Yeah.
You can't escape Israel, the God of Israel, the people. So who are you giving 10 commandments to as a Christian?
Yeah.
Like, where does Christianity come to play? Because the first commandment says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." And then he goes into detail as to the stipulations of gods and what God it entails. So you can't worship a God that's up there. You can't worship a God in the sea or dig up something in the earth. And you can't make any, like, so where does that all come from? Like, even the 10 Commandments, Christianity, if you try to talk about the 10 Commandments, you are done for.
Because you open up a can of worms.
You've opened up.
When you tell a lie, you have to maintain the lie.
Oh.
And you got to cover all the background,
definitely.
remove the breadcrumbs.
Oh.
And unfortunately, the breadcrumbs, when it comes to Christianity, it leads all the way back here, unfortunately.
What they try to do, Priest Kirk, is they try to come out with some new versions, some new English versions to English. So when they change things, they have to give you the meaning. Because there's no pictures, right? There's no picture. So they got to give you the meaning of things in this newfound language.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting how it works. So the way it's going forward is that everything it will be revealed. And when the dust settles and everything is clear, all you're going to see is the Israelite nation, worldwide ministries at the mountaintop saying, "What took you so long? We were waiting for you. We were waiting for you to come home. Do you want to serve our God or not? It's up to you. The decision is yours to make. We've sounded the trumpet. We've done our job."
Beautifully put. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Join us.
Yeah.
Join us.
And the thing about it is that, well, people, they get on this tip about, okay, well, why would you want to be one of the children of Israel? But it's funny that, okay, well, at one point in time, everyone wanted to be a Christian, right? So if you want to serve this God, you might not be an Israelite, but heck, I want to be the closest thing to it. And since the Israelites are the closest thing to this God, well, I'm going to have to join, like be one of these guys. Don't, you can't beat them. You might as well join them. Logically. Because when they were forcing you to become a Christian, you went, "Oh, no, I'll go, no problem. I'll become a Christian." And then you start talking about Jesus this and Jesus that. But the truth comes to you now, and it's like there's all this resistance. Nobody wants to do that. But hey, you know what? We're not here to convert people. We're not here to force anyone. We're just letting you know that this is our book of life, and this is what we teach from. And you might have thought things were okay until you came across one of us. And here we are sitting with our book. The owners of the book have come home, and we are, we don't take offense, but we will challenge people. We will challenge the way of thinking, that the traditional way of thinking that's out there. And definitely it's going to rub people the wrong way. The truth always does. But this is what we do. Like we live this book. We walk the walk. We talk the talk. We serve our God in spirit and in truth, as it's meant to be. And this is where the love part comes in, is because we actually love who we are. At one point in time, Priest Kirk, we didn't know who we were. At one point in time, we had no history, no culture, no anything. No hope. So this now gives you reason to live.
Yes.
This now gives you that purpose for being. Because before now, there was no purpose. You just walking aimlessly through life, doing this, doing that, but it meant nothing. Not knowing that you were dead. It's like what Paul says, he was dead.
Yeah.
and now he's alive.
Yeah.
He's also. And
then they want to kill him.
Yeah, that's our people. So mark my words, it's never been the stranger or the white person to say, "Oh, well, we're against you, we're gonna try to destroy what you're doing." It's always been our own people.
Yeah.
The people that look like you and I. For whatever reason. We know what the reason is, but we're not fazed by it, because we seen it, like you said, Korah dated. Like they were there from the days coming out of Egypt. They didn't want to leave.
we got stories, we got examples are all the way through. And you know what? We expect it, and we will live through it and continue, as Elder has said, regardless of what, no matter what.
Yes.
We will do our job. Period. Elder Freddie, thanks once again.
Priest Kirk, thanks for having me. It's always joyous. It's always great to discuss our book.
Yes.
I mean, it is who we are. You know, we're home. Whereas once upon a time, like growing up as a youth, I didn't want anything. Come on, like nobody wants the Bible. Nah, nobody wants to do anything. But it's when you discover who you are, like when you start to have those questions, like, gee, why am I here? You know, and then to be led down the path that I was led down, like yourself, led down this path, and to find ourselves in the Israelite nation. You know, back in those days, it was House of Israel, the nation of the lost tribes of the House of Israel. Yeah. You know, so all those, but it was the same doctrine, same people, same elder, and here we are, the Israelite Nation Worldwide Ministries. So it's all those things led to who we are today, and it's been a wonderful journey, and it continues to be a wonderful journey when we do the work for our Father. I mean, it's exciting, you know, the things that are on the horizon. Even this year alone, the year 2020, it is exciting to see that cycle end and to see a new cycle. Most people aren't even aware of what's happening. They think, oh, what is it's just a virus that's out there. Oh, it's just the
just
thing.
Evolution of time. It's just things that happen. And Bill Gates and whoever doing their thing, whatever.
Nobody looks at these things. I mean, but these same things happen. I remember when there was SARS. Like, it was the same situation, right? Why is it that, and of course, our people were still being killed left, right, and center. I mean, probably just didn't see it in the video. But all those things were still happening. But for some strange reason, that in this year, 2020, when it happened, something shifted. Like I felt a shift and a change, even from the weather, from January, March, so January, February, March, April, May. Like even the weather felt different. Everything felt different. And now you see, like, they're taking down statues. Like, they're changing street names. Athletic teams that refuse, owners that, I will never change the name of this football team. The names are gone. Like there is change. Like, why did this not happen a year ago?
Janesville or Mayersville or whatever, North Carolina, the municipal level said that they approved reparations or something like that.
Confederate flags are coming down.
Confederate flags coming down. Like, yeah. There's a lot of things that didn't happen on 22019.
Right.
It wasn't happening.
No.
Right? NASCAR. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, that's humongous.
That was huge.
I mean, come on, you're talking NASCAR.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I remember growing up watching Dukes of Hazzard. You know, on General Lee, had the Confederate flag on the General Lee. You know.
Yeah.
That was a great show, by the way. Boss Hog, man. That's just great, man. I love that stuff, man. It was great watching it. Comical, funny, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean,
take it off. Take that flag off.
That General Lee can't. You can't. Well, you got to name the car. You can't name the car General Lee anymore.
General Lee, yeah. Very interesting times.
Oh yeah.
Part 2. Another podcast.
Oh wow.
So, once again, thank you, Elder Freddie, and for those of you who've joined us, we certainly hope that you've enjoyed the discussion, the talk. Acts 23, broken down by our own Elder Freddie. Fantastic story. Give us a call once again. You know all of our numbers. Continue to watch the videos, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And we will see you again very soon.
Peace, everyone.
Peace.